Hello, everyone. I'm Noelia Pozuelo. I'm marketing specialist at myCloudDoor, and I'd like to welcome you to this webinar. Today, we are joined by Eduardo Killing, Cloud Solutions Technical Sales Director, and Pepe Felipe Orts, SAP Basis Technical Sales Director at myCloudDoor, who will be discussing the SAP Deployment Automation Framework, a key solution for intelligent automation in the deployment of SAP environments in the cloud. They will explain how this tool optimizes the deployment process, reducing time and improving efficiency and security. We will wait about 2 minutes to allow more attendees to join, and then we will get started. Thank you very much for being here.
So let's start. I am Eduardo Killing, so I am Cloud Solutions Technical Sales Director in myCloudDoor. I'm also Microsoft Azure MVP. I have a lot of certifications, Microsoft, VMware, Cisco, many players in the world. And I am a specialist in on-premises and cloud migrations, SAP and non-SAP systems.
I'm Pepe Felipe, Technical Sales Director for SAP Basis in myCloudDoor, with 30 years of experience in SAP systems.
So in these presentations, I will see the introduction of the SAP Deployment Automation Framework, well known by SDAF, building run phases, the challenge, the deployment consistency and configurations, the tools and technologies, and the Azure integration support. And at the end, you have a space for the QA, okay? So here in myCloudDoor, we can help you in every step, okay, to move your system or transform your system to the benefits of the cloud, okay? We can have the discover part, the cybersecurity, we can transform. If you have a traditional application, we can help you to transform these with the benefits of the cloud, optimize, innovate, and power. We have offices spread of the world, so the main office is in Madrid, Spain, but we have in Dubai in the Middle East, we have in Latin America, for example, in Sao Paulo, Colombia, we have in United States. The benefits of this, we have the Microsoft, the myCloudDoor close to you. We have a lot of certifications and specializations, okay? For example, the infra in database migration, SAP on Azure, Azure Virtual Desktop, the buzz of the moment, the AI and machine learning. We have in cloud security, threat protections. So in the end of the cloud, we have the most of the certifications that can help you in the process of migrations, transformations, and consolidations. So let's talk about the SAP Deployment Automation Framework, our SDAF.
Well, with SDAF, we can install and maintain all the subsystems supported by and mounted on NetWeaver with all databases certificated by SAP, and with in all the platforms that are certified also for in Microsoft in Azure by Microsoft and SAP. We can deploy all the infrastructure with where the SAP landscape will be installed in all the platforms. Based on the SAP and Microsoft reference infrastructure, we can install the subsystem and maintain, update, and maintain 35.
Okay, let's talk about the build and run phases. So you can use the SDAF for new implementations. Of course, if you have a new system to deploy, you can use the benefits of the SDAF. You can bring your backup. For example, you have HANA export, you can install all the infrastructure necessary, the system, and then you start the backup through the SDAF. This is a really, really good approach. And you can have the benefits of the lift and shift. So if you have the scenario on premises, you can move to the cloud as the same like this, okay, that you have on premise to the cloud. A system refresh, if you have outdated in the on-premises that you need to move to the cloud, if you have an old version and need to upgrade the system, okay, for example, we have S4 with some old version that you need to move with a new version in the cloud. And you have the migration ready for with the database migration option. Of course, you have the life cycle operations in the beginning to the end. You have the scale up and scale down. For example, you have a virtual machine with 1 terabyte, and then you need 2 terabytes in the end of the month, or you need to downgrade to 1 terabytes again. So you have these benefits of the cloud, okay, and everything automatically with SDAF. So scale up and scale down whenever you want, okay. You have the benefits of the code, okay, mutable infrastructure. If you have all the infrastructure written in the code, you can replicate through the environments. For example, you define an environment for development, and you can create this same environment in the QA, in pre-production, sandbox, exactly the same, okay? Let's talk about challenge.
One of the main advantages of SDAF is that it simplifies the migration to the cloud. It permits the creation of personalized templates using published patterns, and accelerated the transformation, allowing the use of standards for planification and governance. It uses the standards for all kind of tools like DevOps, and are based on Microsoft and SAP best practices.
So why SDAF? Okay, SDAF is made by code. Okay, so of course it's supported by Microsoft. It's a faster time to deliver. For example, if you have 10 S4 to deploy, okay, in the traditional way, you need to install one by one with a single person, and maybe you have some errors because it's at the end it's a human. Okay, through SDAF, you can install the 10 at the same time. Okay, because you have a template defined with the parameters, and then you can install this 10 at time. So improve a lot your time and your effort, okay, to the SAP deployments. You have a better governance because it's made by Azure DevOps, Terraform, and Ansible. So you have all coding documented and predefined. So this is a really great approach. And of course, as I told you, you have a lower cost because imagine the time that you need to install, I don't know, the 20, 15 systems one by one manually. If you have SDAF, okay, you can predefine, and then you can install the 10, the 20 at the same time, and you can delete and create again, delete and create again, so it's more flexible. Okay, deployment consistent and configuration. As I told you, is all defined by code, okay? And as the example that I mentioned before, as the benefits, the great benefits of this tool, as you have templates, okay, predefined, pre-configured to install to create the virtual machine, to install this the operational system, to install all the requirements, like I don't know, the requirements in the host files, in the sudoers, the patching that is necessary to install SAP. Everything you can install, you can define with the SDAF. Okay, so you can do install and delete everything once and whenever you want. Okay, realize your migration plan, the future deployment futures.
We can do the scalable deployments as a global or regional way, because we can do high availability deployments of SAP systems. So and we can build DRs. So we can, for example, install the primary site on one region and the other the DR in another one. The installations with high availability can be done in availability zones, availability sets, and of course with proximity placement groups that permits a low latency between the application servers and the databases. Now, SDAF also permits the scale out of the system, so we can have with the 32 terabytes of memory servers, very big environments for SAP. The servers, these distributions are absolutely configurable. This is especially important for database servers where data logs, data and product application database software must be installed on separate disks. We can configure with SDAF all the needed configurations at operating system levels. We can do the sudo the host files, and install packets and products in the operating system, create the volume groups and file systems, choose users, control the tuning of the operating system, and it's also be able to apply the prerequisite nodes for the installations. The software download is made also by SDAF, so we can indicate in the templates user, an SAP user and the password. And the product will download all the disks that are needed for the installations, and build a customer local repository to reuse the downloaded software for the following or the future installations. With this, we can repeat the installation using the downloaded software and the configurations that have been done during the initial configuration of the product, changing only a set of parameters, for example, the seed, the SAP system, the host names, and so on. With in general, an S/4HANA installation can be done in approximately 2 hours with this configuration.
Let's talk about tools and technologies. So SDAF, it's open source. What's the benefits of this? So you have the benefits of the collaboration. For example, I was at the single client, and this client detect some improvements in the code, okay, in the SDAF, and then he sent to Microsoft. Microsoft made these improvements. And then we have this for all clients across the world. Okay, so this is a huge benefit because we can continuously improve our code and our SDAF. And all these codes and the SDAF approach is documented in Microsoft websites. This is supported by Microsoft, by SUSE, but you can use all the certifications for SAP. For example, if you have Oracle, you have Oracle in the cloud. So of course you need to install the Oracle Linux. You need to install Oracle. So if you can do this with SDAF, no, so only with Microsoft resources and SUSE. Okay. So the architecture of the SDAF. SDAF is divided in 3 layers. Okay, one of the layers is the control plane. Control plane is the head. So inside of the control plane, you have the DevOps agents. Okay, and then you have the workload zones. Workload zones is the landing of the subsystem. So you have the VNets, you have all the communications and the security part that you need for your SAP solution. Okay, and then you have the subsystems. So your application, your database, okay, installed through virtual machines or other resources. Okay, so basically you have the control plane, the head, the workload zone is the landing, and you have your subsystems. Okay, the SDAF is divided in these 3 layers. One of the tooling of the SDAF is Ansible. the Ansible is responsible for all configurations in the operational system side. So, for example, if you need to install some patchings that is pre-requirements of the SAP, you need to create some configurations in the sudoers or in the host files, you can do this through Ansible, okay? This is controlled by SDAF. You have templates to do that, okay? And you can create some customizations every time you want, okay? And use the playbooks, okay, to do those automations. Other tooling that we have in the SDAF is the Terraform. Terraform is responsible for the infrastructure. For example, you need to create your virtual machines, you need to create your disks, all related in the infrastructure, use the Terraform, okay? The benefits of this, the Terraform in the Ansible, you can have the versional, you have the control, you can create some modules. For example, if you define a template for a single machine, for a single solution, you can replicate this for example, for another template easily, and you can improve your deployments. Azure integration and support. So in the SDAF, okay, you can deploy with the DevOps, okay, but you have the portal. Portal is a website that developed with some blocks, okay, that you can install your SAP. Once you have the your template, you can use this portal, okay, to create like Lego some pieces, okay, to deploy your system. It's not this portal is to help to deploy new systems without SAP bases, okay? Because, for example, the SAP bases and you developing these templates, okay? And you need just to replicate these in the sandbox to create some tests, okay? You can easily go to the portal, okay, I need the S4, you need a database with 1 terabytes, okay, in the sandbox, okay, and then deploy. So exactly like this, you have the infrastructure, you have the virtual machine, you have the operational system pre-defined by the code, okay? Of course, you have all these interrogated by some APIs, and you have the orchestration layer by Terraform, Ansible, and image building, okay? What is the importance of the image building? For example, if you have some security requirements, like, okay, I need my operational system hardening, okay? So everything in the my operational system must be secured to prevent some attacks, okay? So we can create an image, okay, with all the specs, and then we can use for all our installations.
SDAF is part of the Azure Center for SAP Solutions, that is a set of tools developed by Microsoft to manage all SAP systems. There are the following components. For SDAF, Azure Monitor for SAP Solutions that monitors the availability, performance, and operation of the different SAP applications that we have deployed from a central alert panel in the Azure portal. Azure Backup for SAP that allows the backup of SQL Server, SQL databases, and HANA databases to make the backups from the Azure portal, and also CBase backups are in preview. So we expect that it's going to be able to be available in the following months. Azure Cost Management that allows to analyze the infrastructure cost, and Microsoft Sentinel for SAP Solutions that allows us to monitor, detect, and respond to suspicious activities and attacks. And the last component is the Azure Inventory Checks for SAP that checks all the subsystem components, providing an integral view of the subscription level at the subscription level in the Azure portal.
So now we have a space for QA. Noelia, can you go on?
Yes, let me check. We have 2 questions here. One of them is how long does it take to implement the SDAF and have it up and running?
So the SDAF you can deploy in 1 day. Okay, but of course you need to create your templates, you need to create your define your parameter, your customizations. This will take a lot of time. Okay, depends of the requirements that you have, but usually 1 day or 2 days to deploy the SDAF, and then you have 2 weeks or 3 weeks to define your templates. Okay, to start. Of course, it's depends of the client's requirements. For example, if you have huge security requirements, you spend more time to deploy the SDAF because you need the users, the permissions that required for the requirements. Okay. But usually when you have all the requirements set up, 1 day or 2, you deploy the SDAF, but you need more time to create your templates.
Okay, Eduardo, thank you so much. And we have another one. Is it possible to adjust all parameters such as the number of instances?
Yes, we have to indicate to SDAF if we are going to do a normal installation, or we are going a simple installation, or we are going to install a high availability system. So, and of course, we need to also indicate in both cases if we are how many application servers we want to deploy.
Okay, Pepe, thank you so much. So, all right, there are no more questions. So we will conclude the webinar. In the coming days, you will receive the recording and you can reach out to Pepe and Eduardo if any questions are or concerns arise. Thank you very much for being with us today, and we hope to see you again in future sessions. Best regards. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.